This is Barry Zalma speaking for Claim School Incorporated's twice-monthly newsletter, Zalma's Insurance Fraud Letter, for August 15, 2023. In this issue 27, number 16, we present information for insurance fraud investigators who hopefully are continually learning from Zalma's Insurance Fraud Letter. The first article deals with a lawyer paying for his clients and found guilty, where an experienced lawyer claiming ignorance of the law was absolutely no defense. Robert Irving Slater was a practicing workers' compensation attorney when he entered into an agreement with the owner of USA Photography, who paid a third party to perform intake interviews with clients of the defendant's practice, saving a significant amount of his lawyer's own employees' time and money. In exchange, the defendant used USA Photocopy services during all workers' compensation proceedings on those cases, and those billings included the work of the capper, which of course is a felony. You can read the full article and the full issue of Zalma's Insurance Fraud Letter at the link shown in the blog posting. Then there is more McClenny, Moseley Associates issues, and this the 12th installment of the saga of McClenny, Moseley Associates and its problems with the federal courts in the state of Louisiana, and what appears to be an effort to profit from what some magistrate and district judges indicate may be criminal conduct to profit from insurance claims relating to hurricane damage to the public of the state of Louisiana. You can read the full article and the full issue of Zalma's Insurance Fraud Letter at the link. Then there's an article about free insurance videos, including this one, published on rumble.com, which are available free to anyone who seeks to click on the link. Then there's good news from the Coalition Against Insurance Fraud, one of which stories include why Alex Murdaugh's accomplice, Russell Laffitte, got 7 years for fraud and will spend those years in federal prison for helping the convicted murderer, Alex Murdaugh, steal nearly $2 million from clients' legal settlements. Laffitte was sentenced after a jury found him guilty of 6 charges related to wire and bank fraud back in November. The ex-CEO of Palmetto State Bank became the first of the disgraced former attorney's accomplices to face prison, following the June 21 shooting deaths that stemmed from sprawling investigations into the Murdaugh family finances. He used the role to elaborately pocket tens of thousands of dollars and collected as much as $450,000 in non-taxable fees. The position also allowed him to send large chunks towards Murdaugh, who had grown desperate to repay mounting loans as an opioid addiction further depleted his accounts. Despite his conviction, Laffitte continued to maintain his innocence and has insisted for months that he didn't know he was committing crimes and was manipulated by a major customer. Poor Mr. Laffitte was confused by Mr. Murdaugh. You can read the full article plus many more convictions in the full Zalma's Insurance Fraud Letter at the link. Then the issue deals with the moral hazard, a concept of underwriting that every insurance fraud investigator must understand, and what a moral hazard is and why it is important to insurance underwriters. The moral hazard is the increase in uncertainty caused by personal acts of individuals. These acts may contribute to the probability or severity of loss. The individual creating the problem may be the policyholder or another person. In either case, the chance of loss is increased. A moral hazard may be present in every line of insurance, and no underwriter can ignore it without incurring an increased risk of substantial loss. The moral hazard is very difficult to detect and therefore very dangerous to the insurer. You can read the full article at the link provided in the blog. Next, we list health insurance fraud convictions, starting with the conviction of a former CEO of Whittier Clinic, who pled guilty to defrauding Medicare and Medi-Cal's family planning program through a multi-million-dollar scheme. Vincenzo Rubino, 58, of Valencia, the former president and CEO of a Whittier medical clinic, pleaded guilty August 3, 2023 to submitting fraudulent billings to Medi-Cal healthcare program and 2 counts of aggravated identity theft. According to evidence presented at trial, Rubino founded, owned, and operated Santa Maria Children and Family Center, a Whittier, California-based medical clinic registered as a nonprofit public benefit corporation and enrolled as a family planning, access, care, and treatment facility, a family pact provider run through Medicare. You can read the full article at the blog, as well as multiple dozens of additional health insurance fraud convictions. Next is an article about another insurer that bit the dust. Missouri's Cameron Mutual has been placed into rehabilitation. Cameron Mutual Insurance Company and its wholly owned subsidiary Cameron National Insurance Company were placed into rehabilitation in the second week of August 2023 by the Circuit Court of Cole County, Missouri. Missouri Department of Commerce and Insurance Director Clara Lindley Meyer was named rehabilitator for both companies. You can read the full article about Cameron Mutual at the blog at the link provided. Then there's an article of other than health insurance fraud convictions, starting with a story about a Nassau County, New York collision repair shop owner who was convicted of tax fraud. Jose Cardona, 45, of Oceanside, New York, was sentenced August 2, 2023 for felony tax fraud related to his operation of 2 Nassau County collision repair shops. In Nassau County State Supreme Court, Cardona was sentenced to 6 months in jail and 5 years probation after having already paid more than $700,000 in restitution in this insurance fraud and tax scheme. You can read the full article and multiple other articles about other than health insurance fraud schemes at the blog listing at the link provided by the blog posting. Finally, we suggest that it is time to subscribe to my locals or my Substack publications, where I have published special insurance articles and videos for subscribers who pay a very small fee of $50 a year. Finally, you can subscribe to my blog, to my Rumble or YouTube videos, all for free. And I thank you for your attention.